In this video I'm going to show you the procedures required to fit a bonded window like this to a panel van. In this video we're going to be using the Ford Transit, but the procedure for fitting this type of window is exactly the same for whichever type of vehicle that you may have. These windows are a much more modern alternative to the rubber fit windows, and they are much more easier to fit because you haven't got to be quite so accurate with the opening that you cut in the vehicle. So first of all, let's have a look at some tools that are required. Most of you, I suppose, will use a jigsaw like this, which is absolutely fine and easy to use on the outside of the vehicle. I would not, however, use an angle grinder, and the reason for this is the sparks from the angle grinder, unless you've protected all the paintwork, inevitably they will fall on the paintwork, and in these sparks are little red hot filings which will burn the paintwork. Although not noticeable immediately, after a few weeks you will see tiny little rust spots start to appear in your paintwork, and that's the reason why I would not use an angle grinder on the outside of the vehicle. A jigsaw is a far better alternative, or you can use what I used, which was a nibbler, which is one of these. I purchased this from Machine Mart and it was £35. To use this particular tool, you use it with an electric drill. You attach an electric drill to this shaft here. This is the cutting head. You just drill a pilot hole large enough to accept the cutting head, and then you can proceed and cut out any shape that you require. The other tools that you're going to need are a small hammer, a file, and if you've got access to one, a glass suction cup. This is not absolutely necessary, but it does make life easier if you've got access to one. You will also need some bonding material, and when purchasing the bonding material, make sure that you've got a bodywork primer with it and a glass primer. And don't skimp on this, make sure and buy good bonding material. After all, it is only the bonding material that adheres the window to the side of the vehicle. So to start, we need to cut an opening in the vehicle, and obviously this is where the pane of glass is going to go. So we need to make sure and cut this opening in the correct place. To cut this opening in the side of the van, I'm first going to show you how to cut the opening using a jigsaw. In this case, we're going to have to mark the outside of the panel so that we've got a cut line. And then secondly, I'm going to show you how to do it using a nibbler. So let's get started.